Hi everyone, I'm Judy and this is Judy's Take. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the speakers in the RNC convention, but specifically I'm going to focus on Kimberly Guilfoyle's speech, if you can call it that. It was more like a shouting rant that she went on. So I had seen it in I just saw it. Okay, so first of all, I couldn't get myself to actually watch the RNC convention because, I mean, come on, they're like all, it's just like if you want to hear lies, cool. If you want to hear BS, then that's your thing right there. And honestly, it's just like a lot of grasping at straws because they're so far in the polls. Like most of the stuff that they say, it's not even like, from what I've heard from the highlights, because that's all I can deal with is the highlights. Most of the stuff that they're saying is not real. It's hashtag fake news, I guess. But I don't know, they seem kind of, from what everybody was saying, Kimberly Guilfoyle and her boy toy, Don Jr., I guess they looked like really high or maybe hungover or something, which I wouldn't be surprised. But anyways, I kind of wanted to play it and like talk about it because I watched like 3 minutes of this and it's like 6 minutes long, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have to give my take on this. So hold on.
Good evening, America. I'm Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Hold on.
I speak to you tonight as a mother, a former prosecutor, a Latina, and a proud American. And yes, a proud supporter of President Donald J. Trump. Why? Because he is the president who delivers for a...
Oh my god, I just messed that up, you guys. Hold on. There we go. I probably could have shared this on my screen, but that's complicated, and I don't want to do that.
He built the greatest economy the world has ever known for the strivers, the working class and middle class. As commander-in-chief, he always puts America first. President Trump is the law and order president. Now, presidential leadership is not guaranteed. It is a choice. Biden, Harris, and the rest of the socialists will fundamentally change this nation. They want open borders, closed schools.
First of all, not everyone is a socialist, okay? And it's actually like not even just annoying that they keep calling everyone who disagrees with them a socialist, but it's played out. And no one is really like paying attention to you. Like the only ones who like believe you're socialist boogeyman is really just the extremist in your party. And so if you're speaking to the choir, then right on, but you're not going to get anyone. Like no one actually thinks that Biden is socialist. As a matter of fact, they were competing, I mean, when he was in the primary, and Bernie and all of them were like more to the left and everything. They actually, like, the left actually criticized Biden for not being as progressive. So it's like, it's just grasping at straws. It's so pathetic.
Schools,
get a new argument.
Dangerous amnesty, and will selfishly send your jobs back to China while they get rich. They will defund, dismantle, and destroy America's law enforcement. When you are in trouble and need police, don't count on the Democrats. As a first-generation American, I know how dangerous their social...
Don't count on the Democrats because they're going to defund the police even though Biden already said that he's not going to do that. And also, you're stupid. Like, stop fear-mongering. Jesus Christ.
Socialist agenda is. My mother, Mercedes, was a special education teacher from Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. My father, also an immigrant, came to this nation in pursuit of the American dream. Now I consider it my duty to fight to protect that dream. Rioters must not be allowed to destroy our cities. Human sex drug traffickers should not be allowed to cross our border. The same socialist policies which destroyed places like Cuba and Venezuela must not take root.
Okay, so this part was funny because I actually talked about it in my Facebook, on my Facebook, because how are you going to say that you're like a first generation American when Puerto Rico was actually part of the United States since 1917? I don't know if she like maybe she wants to feel special, like, oh, I'm a first generation American. Oh, and look, I go for Trump. Oh, I'm such a tool. No, you're just a homewrecker. But I don't know. Maybe she wants to feel special. I don't know. Maybe she's literally just dumb. Either way, not good for her, right? Just sounds stupid.
In our cities and our schools. If you want to see the socialist Biden-Harris future for our country, just take a look at California. It is a place of immense wealth, immeasurable innovation, and immaculate environment. And the Democrats turned it into a land of discarded heroin needles in parks, riots in streets, and blackouts in homes. In President Trump's America, we light things up. We don't dim them down. We build things up.
What the fuck does that mean?
We don't burn them down. We kneel in prayer and we stand for our flag. This election is a battle for the soul of America. Your choice.
Okay, I just want to mention this because I actually served my country, and I get really, 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 really tired of people like her, people on the right, and people in general, but especially the right, using the military as a damn pawn when they don't give two shits about us. Not a damn thing. And they take away all these protections. I mean, what am I trying to say? That after they leave the military, guess what they get? They get told to kick rocks because they don't have health care. You fuck up their heads, right? And a lot of their body, and then you tell them to kick rocks. Then you want to use them as political pawns for your own agendas, and it's really annoying as hell. Because I'll tell you what, I took an oath to protect the Constitution of the United States of America, and that means that the First Amendment is in there. So if you don't want to stand, if you want to kneel, then I will defend your right to protest. Even if I don't agree with you, I will defend your right to protest. And I'm so tired of them just twisting that and making it seem like, oh, you're unpatriotic. Bitch, you're unpatriotic. You sitting there and you defending this dude who freaking knew that there was a bounty put on soldiers' heads. And what did you do? Nobody did anything, right? Like, he's just there and he knows that he screwed them over. He knows that his alliance with a dictator is more important than soldiers' lives. Think about that. Anyway, sorry. I get really like worked up when it comes to like soldiers. Obviously.
Choice is clear. Do you support the cancel culture, the cosmopolitan elites of Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Joe Biden, who blame America first? Do you think America is to blame? Or do you believe in American greatness? Believe in yourself, in President Trump, in individual and personal responsibility. They want to destroy this country and everything that we have fought for and hold dear. They want to steal your liberty, your freedom. They want to control what you see and think and believe so that they can control how you live. They want to enslave you to the weak, dependent, liberal, victim ideology to the point that you will not recognize this country or yourself. From the beginning, when President Trump spoke...
I don't know what's going on right now. Like, why is she, like, this is funny. Everybody talked about how she was just, like, yelling. She really is just, like, yelling. Like, I think that she thinks that it was, like, so powerful and moving and yes, rallying. But literally, she sounds deranged.
Spoke about making America great again. He was speaking about that shining city on a hill and restoring the beacon of light that once shined so bright. His promise was to put America first, and he has. When President Trump cut middle-class taxes, putting tens of thousands of dollars back in the pockets of working-class Americans, that beacon began to flicker once again. When President Trump commanded the defeat of ISIS, took out al-Baghdadi and Soleimani, and paved the way for peace in the Middle East, that beacon started to glow. When he negotiated historic trade deals with Canada, Mexico, Japan, and China, bringing back thousands of manufacturing jobs to America, that beacon shined bright once again for the world to see. America, it's all on the line. President Trump believes in you. He emancipates and lifts you up to live your American dream.
Jesus.
You are capable, you are qualified, you are powerful, and you have the ability to choose your life and determine your destiny. Don't let the Democrats take you for granted. Don't let them step on you.
Jesus.
Don't let them destroy your families, your lives, and your future. Don't let them kill future generations because they told you and brainwashed you and fed you lies that you weren't good enough. Like my parents, you can achieve your American dream. You can be that shining example to the world. Manifest and be the change in this country that you dream, that you hope, that you believe in. Stand for an American president who is fearless, who believes in you, and who loves this country and will fight for her. President Trump is the leader who will rebuild the promise of America and ensure that every citizen can realize their American dream. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, she's like a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like a lot cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Honestly. That was crazy. Like, why is she talking like this and just yelling? It's like, you know, you don't sound inspirational. Like, you sound deranged. But anyways, it was a whole lot of BS. And I caught that one part where she said that he took down al-Baghdadi and that other guy. And it's like, okay. First of all, that was our troops. Second of all, is that all you got? Because you really don't have much. I like how they like they're creating this like imaginary alternative reality, I guess, to what actually is factual. You know, like they're trying to make him seem like he's this very strong and capable leader, and he's done so great. She said, the best economy the world has ever seen. And it's like, maybe for the rich. Because I've even, you know, I live in Nebraska, and it's conservative here. And I've even heard, you know, and this is anecdotal, you know, but I've even heard people here sit here that are conservative usually and sit here and say things like, what made it obvious about the income gap between the rich and the poor really was the coronavirus. How, you know, they're struggling, they're out of work, they're unemployed, and a lot of those jobs aren't coming back. And so, you know, these people here who worked maybe 2-3 jobs, and these jobs that they worked at, you know, they had to cut hours, they had to cut people. Now, and then all they get now is a $1,200 check. And they were actually complaining about, okay, so why don't we just get a $1,200 check? But then these corporations that actually aren't losing money. I mean, you've seen the stock market, right? It's like the highest ever right now, like it's recovering. And it just goes to show you that the stock market for people like us doesn't mean a damn thing. Doesn't mean a damn thing. All it is I call it monopoly money. We never see it. The rich people just sit there and play with it back and forth. They sit there and play with our lives. They sit there and play their games and buy up new properties. And we don't see any of it. Not a damn dime. They don't even want to give even $15 an hour to people like us. And, you know, like it's just, people have seen that. Like, people actually started to realize this, like, you know, kind of like the stuff that you've been trying to tell a lot of these people, like, hey, wealth doesn't trickle down. It starts at the bottom and it goes up. Because, I mean, you've seen it with how many businesses did Trump open that failed? You can have all the money in the world, and you can sit here and you can buy all these businesses. You can start all these businesses. But if no one comes to your place of business, like regular people like me, then guess what? Your business is going to be out of business. You're going to fail. And so if they don't want what you're selling, they're not going to buy it. Also, if they don't have the money to afford what you're selling, then guess what? There's only a limited amount of people who can afford your stuff. You're going to go out of business. Wealth is really made by the people at the bottom. And they don't give a crap about us. That's why Trump has sat here and told people like me, regular people, hey, send your kids to school so they can die for me. So they can die for me so I can win an election. Hey, your grandma in the nursing home, little old grandma, well, you know what? She needs to take one for the economy. You know, yeah, so I just find it funny that there's a lot more people waking up to this, and I really don't think that what they're doing with this convention is really going to sell anything to anyone. And honestly, with their fear mongering, they might actually even turn a few people off who might be like right there on the fence. You know, like, people aren't stupid. You can sit here and you can think that, oh, they're going to follow me. You know what? People aren't stupid. They're catching on to this crap. They're catching on to just the fact that you don't give a crap about them. And I'm not saying the Democrats are like our saviors. No, of course not. They got their crap too, you know? But right now what they're offering is a lot better, you know, to get our country back in order, to get it back to normal. Like, you know, one of the things I find funny about, you know, those ads, and I know you've all seen these ads where Trump talks about, oh, under Biden, there's gonna be all this rioting and all this looting, and your neighborhoods are gonna go to crap and this and that, which is very racist, actually. You know, but anyways, the funny part that I find about that whole thing is, where are you finding these pictures and videos from? Could it be from your administration at the moment? Why do you have these recent videos of people looting and doing all of that? It's happening under your administration, Trump. So how are you saying that it's going to happen under his when it's already happening under yours? How come the news hasn't talked about this? I don't understand it. Like, call his ass out. It's like the only reason you have these videos is because it's happening under your administration. Why? Because you're a racist mother effer. And the fact that you gave the police just free reign, just do whatever you want. You know what? Stop and frisk. You know how racist that was? Yeah, you know what? Just do it. You know? They're pissed off. And they're pissed off for a good reason. And their concerns are yet to be met. And I don't blame them one bit. I don't condone all that looting and all of that. And neither do they. These people that come in and loot and cause anarchy mostly are anarchists, and they're mostly people who are trying to blur the lines, and they're trying to make the peaceful protesters look like they're the ones doing all this destruction when they're really not. But anyways, that's a different discussion. But yeah, oh, so one more person. I think my video is getting kind of long here, you guys. But so one more person though that I wanted to talk about. I'm not gonna show the video, but I just seen that, what's her name, Nikki Haley had spoken, and she said America is not racist. And it's like, really, Nikki Haley? That's weird that you say that, because if it's not racist, why is it that when you were governor of South Carolina, why is it that you took down the Confederate flag after that one crazy young white guy, white supremacist, went and shot up, what was it, 8 or 9 churchgoers, black churchgoers, and then the police bought him Burger King, you know, because that's a great thing to do, right? But anyways, after that, didn't Nikki Haley take down the Confederate flag? Didn't she say some mumbo jumbo like, this is a symbol of hate? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did. And yet, if there was, so there was racism then, Nikki Haley, or ever since then, it's all gone, right? It's all poof, disappeared. Which one is it? Could it be that you're just an opportunist freaking person here? Yeah, that's probably it, because it's such contradictory statements there. It's like, oh, America is not racist. I don't believe so. The other minority pawns that the RNC uses also believe it's not racist. And it's like, okay, cool. So you have a handful of minorities who all benefit also by, you know, being on their team. And they really are not representative of the population, you know. So anyways, and if America wasn't so racist, then why are people having such a hard time? Why are government officials having such a hard time, even now, taking down statues that are symbols of hate? Why are they still struggling or debating to take down Confederate flags from places? You know, the Confederate flag, the traitor flag, you know, the one that the army from there actually, you know, killed American soldiers. You know, the people who wore the same uniform that I wore. Yeah, those are traitors, you unpatriotic fucks. But you know what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. I just wanted to mention that. I just wanted to mention how hypocritical she is, and I wish the news would like call her out. Like, I hope they do in the next few days and be like, why did you take down the Confederate flag if America's not racist? Like, why would you need to? Why is that a symbol of hate? I thought we had no hate in this country. You freaking dumbass. Like, it's so mind-boggling. Like, even just these little clips, these little snippets that I keep seeing about the RNC just like really like piss me the hell off. They make me laugh, but they also piss me the hell off. And that's why I can't watch that whole thing. I will watch the highlights though, and I might make another video depending on how good the highlights are. So anyways, if you're still listening to me right now, thank you for that. I appreciate it. You're awesome. And that's my take. So if you like it, if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you guys next time.